Hey, welcome back for Make and Take number 2. So this one is featuring our Happiness Lives Here paper. It is the one that is featured this month. So it is Happiness Lives Here. Let me show you the great paper packs that come with it. So this is your sticker sheet. And it's just this real nice kind of soft pastels. But then it has the nice sharp crisp black to it. So that's your sticker sheet. This is one of your papers. Cool pin, striping, kind of a denim look. The floral, love the floral, and the yellow star. Kind of reminds me of like maybe a French farmhouse kind of look. Maybe the farmhouse, it would kind of go. So you've got a nice kind of plaid. Reminds me of some dish towels that my grandma might have had. And then a floral. So we're going to use that. We are also going to use the Happiness Lives Here card making stamp. This one actually comes with or without the thin cut. I have it with the thin cut because I've used it with a thin cut on your Make and Take. And then we're going to use the stamp and we're going to use the foam. So what we're going to do, this is pretty easy. You've got your little pack. Here's your packet of stuff. In there, I'm going to show you all the different little pieces that you're going to have. We have one piece on yours that's on mine that's going to be a little different than yours. So you are going to have an envelope and a blank card. These are A2 cards. Again, this is from that value pack where it's $15, $15.95 for 50 cards and 50 envelopes. A piece of paprika. These are Bluebell. These are our thin cuts that I've already pre-cut for you. You should have a couple of jewels, a peach, a double-sided, and then this is a special paper from that pack, from our bulk pack. So it's the floral and then the stripe. And then you'll have a piece of this green. I used as part of our zip strips, which are the ends of the paper pack. So this little 1/2 inch up here. And I was one short, so I'm going to use blue on mine, on my sample. You could just use any paper. It's just cut off of the paper pack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some stamping first. And this way, then you'll kind of understand how I'm going to do the stamping. So I'm going to use, you could use the light or the dark side. I'll use the light side, I think, of this one. And what I did is I kind of decided, do I like it here or here? Let's try the light side just for a different look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my border first. And the reason I'm going to stamp my border is because it's not super big. And again, there's 5 different borders on this one. I need my stamp block. I'm going to have to use this one. All right, I'm going to pick it up. Again, did you see how I picked that up? I'm going to put it down, kind of get it straight, and then pick it up. These blocks do have a little line right here. I can line it up. I find if I just line it up straight, I'm really good. And I'm using my Versamat. I am going to use our paprika ink. Did you see how they magnetize our inks too? And how easy they open. They just flip right open like that. So I'm going to use paprika. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to just ink my stamp across. I am going to come in and I'm going to start so they meet in about the middle, about 1/4 inch up or so. I'm just going to stamp. Okay, I'm going to re-ink. Replace it on my mat. There we go. And I'm going to try and go right about that same spot and just go down again. The U is going to cover it. I guess they're a little upside down, but that's okay. So I'm going to use my stamp chamois again. Just wipe it off my mat. So I'm done stamping this piece. So then I have the U and the thank. So I'm going to close that one up, get that out of my way. And I'm going to use Bluebell. I've purposely cut these on the lighter side, not the true color side. so that your ink will stand out just a little bit more. So I am going to replace that so that when we get to the retreat, when you're watching and trying to do your card, it will be there and we won't be searching for it. So I'm going to pick up the word thank. If they're new stamps, these are all going to have been used, so you don't have to, but if you have brand new stamps, you want to season them by running them across the back of your hand or restamping them. I'm going to go ahead and go in through the Bluebell ink. And then I'm going to come and I am going to go right on that die cut and stamp the word thank. Kind of rubbing up and down across, not rocking, just rubbing. So I've got that one. Wipe my stamp. You don't have to probably wipe off the stamp unless it's really inky. We'll just kind of leave them on the blocks for you guys while this make and take is available. Again, you'll season it and we're going to place and we're going to stamp the word you. Rub, don't rock, rub, peel it off. There we go. Wipe it off. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paprika. I'm going to build my background before I put it on, and I'll show you why. So I'm going to go ahead because I can kind of eyeball measure. Here's my adhesive. So I can kind of eye it up, make sure I get it on straight. And now this piece, I can also make sure I get on straight. At about, and I can center that. Probably should have actually put this piece on first. So learn from my mistakes. I'm going to center that and put that on. This is the piece that you're going to have the green stripe. I'm just going to tear. This is going to be my faux washi tape. I'm going to just put some adhesive on there and put it along the top. And then what I'm going to do before I move on and put these pieces on, you have a couple of gems. They're going to be different. They're all going to be clear. Again, this is our Tri-Blend marker. And I'm going to use the dark one. And what I'm going to do is I am going to color these jewels or gems to give them a different color so they're not clear. Pretty cool little tip, huh? Now I'm going to just let them dry for a minute. I'm going to see those. So I'm going to let those dry. And while I'm letting those dry, I'm going to put my thank you on. I'm going to start with the word you, and I'm just going to kind of lay it out so I have an idea where I want. Well, actually, I'm going to put it on my card first. It's harder to glue on items that are popped up than it's not. Here's the top of my card. Again, I love this mat. I can get it on and get it centered. And I'm not really measuring, but I'm measuring. So I'm going to use the word thank and then you. So I'm going to put you on first. This is our thin foam tape. And I don't overdo a lot of the tape. So again, I'm going to center it. Put it down. It is so cool. It rips so easy. And I do have some in my cash and carry. Comes in 2 different sizes. This is the thin. There's thin and thick. I like thin for cards. And some of the pages that I do for my scrapbooking, I like to use a combination of the thin, the thick, and the adhesive, the foam adhesive that you're going to find on your shaker cards is another little bit of a thickness. So if you want to have a couple different thicknesses of something on your project, you have 3 different options of thicknesses. And then the last thing I'm going to do while my gems are still drying is I'm going to use my clear shimmer brush, and I'm just going to go over the word thank, just to give it a little sparkle. It's pretty feminine, so just because of the colors that we're using. But the thank you, you could definitely make that into a more masculine just by changing the paper. You could use that Sweet Safari paper and it would give it a whole different look. So there, I'm just running over this with the clear shimmer brush. I like to say that this is lip gloss for paper. And then what I'm going to do is add my little gems. Anybody that did the album retreat this last weekend, they were using their piercing tool to get these off. So I'm just going to put them, here's my piercing tool. I decided I wanted mine up here. You could put them on your flowers or wherever you would like. And these are the crystal jewel gems. So they're kind of a clear. These are the glitter ones on my sample. So they have a little bit different look to them. So there you go. And there's our card. So yours is going to look more like this because of the green. But now you know how to make it. So I hope you're having a great time at the retreat. And I hope you sign up for the next retreat in spring, which will be in April. All right. I will let you get back to having fun. You guys have a great weekend, and thanks for coming.